Hello friends and viewers. Today we look at Layla's skill kit and what she will bring to Sword of Convallaria. In case you missed it, Layla will debut on global servers from February 14th to February 27th. Following her will be Pamina, SP Safia, and Kavar. For my typical disclaimer, this is not a character guide. This is a preliminary analysis of Layla's characteristics and skills prior to her global release. My goal is to help you understand what Layla will bring to Sword of Convallaria's current character roster. The information presented here is prone to being wrong. Anyone smarter and with more experience than me can correct me. The stat and skill information throughout this presentation is courtesy of the No Potion website. Starting off with the basics, Layla is a sword-wielding defender. Among defenders, she has the highest base physical attack. Among the entire character roster, her base physical attack competes with breakers. Additionally, among defenders, she has the highest base magic defense. She is a member of the Night Crimson, Iria, and Discipline categories. She brings her own unique Night Crimson leader's aura, and will benefit from Dentalion's, Akambe's, and Leonide's leader's auras. Her trait is Iris Vanguard. This trait increases her magic defense, and Layla will perform preempt 2 to 6 times per round within 1 to 3 tiles of her, depending on star level. She can block physical attacks and can block magical attacks. And if Layla is in enemy threat range at the end of her turn, she gains the Iris Vanguard buff, increasing her damage dealt and ignores 20% of the target's defense. This makes Iris Vanguard an enemy phase buff, emphasizing Layla's out-of-turn playstyle. Note this buff has no immunity, in other words, it can be dispelled. Her initial skill is Brutal Blow, the same ability in Enforcer's skill kit. This deals 130% damage and is a 2 energy skill with 0 turn cooldown, making it easy to maintain uptime on the physical defense and magical defense buffs. Shared Tribulation and Shelter from the Storm are Layla's rank 3 options. You will most likely use a Castalia at this rank. Shared Tribulation is an instant ability that can reposition your entire party to Layla. She then gains Assisting Cover, Block Enhancement, and Comrades for 2 turns, enabling her to take physical, magical, and ranged attacks for allies. With Layla's high defender speed, she can easily move up your party's position at the start of a battle as well. Shelter from the Storm grants Layla herself 40% damage reduction and grants allies physical defense and magic defense buffs, as well as piercing damage reduction. This very quickly buffs your party with damage mitigation. Quell the Tides and Front Defense are Layla's rank 5 reaction options. Quell the Tides allows Layla to dodge ranged attacks if her speed is higher than the enemy once per round. Ranged attacks ordinarily come from destroyers, watchers, and some breakers, so as a defender she can easily dodge. After dodging, Layla then deals damage to a random target in a 3x4 direction. As for front defense, it's worth noting that because Layla performs preempt with her trait, she will often take attacks from the front. This is good for melee damage mitigation. Night Crimson and Cloud Slash are Layla's rank 7 options. You may consider Castalia here. Night Crimson is a unique leader's aura, granting the typical attack and defense increases, as well as increasing damage by 12%. For any Night Crimson units released so far and joining us soon, this is worth picking up. Cloud Slash is her signature ability, dealing 75% total AoE damage around her, inflicting vulnerable 2, and gains Iris Vanguard and Slashed Clean. Slashed Clean temporarily turns her trait damage from a preempt to an alert. Sword in the Staff is one of Layla's basic attack options at rank 9. By itself, it has a low damage floor for a basic attack, but a high damage ceiling up to 145% damage if you can meet the debuff count. If you can maintain high uptime on debuff count against enemies, this is Layla's strongest single target attack. However, Layla's skill kit may not inflict many debuffs, so keep in mind she will need external support to meet the debuff count. Battlefield Traversal and Encounter Stance are her rank 11 options. Battlefield Traversal further reduces damage taken, grants her immunity to Scorch and skill interruption effects, and clears special tile effects. With the ability to clear special tile effects, this may be worth picking up for any stages where special tiles are particularly egregious. Just keep in mind if you are using any special tiles such as Liquor or Scorch for your own benefit, this passive will clear those as well. Encounter Stance converts 40% of her magic defense to her physical attack, making magic defense a damage increase stat. Shield of Justice is a signature trinket that should be debuting with Layla, increasing attack and defense when a physical shield is active, and grants a physical shield every 2 to 3 turns, depending on star level. Layla cannot grant a physical shield to herself, but this is remedied by Shield of Justice refreshing every 2 to 3 turns. Other characters who may find this valuable include Tiden and Simona, who regularly refresh physical shields on themselves. This also has value in magic damage scenarios. Because magic damage cannot deplete physical shields, you maintain the attack and defense increases. To answer some potential questions you may have, will Layla replace one of your defenders? With Layla's high base physical attack and high base magic defense, it's reasonable to play her more aggressively, potentially using her as more of a mage killer. She has a different skill kit compared to, for example, Coco and Mytha, but she offers great utility and mitigation buffs with Shared Tribulation and Shelter from the Storm. Who might you play Layla with? Any current or future Night Crimson units you enjoy playing will benefit from her Night Crimson leader's aura. It's also reasonable to play her with Dantalion, whose leader's aura has an identical condition to her Sword in the Staff basic attack. Keep in mind that while Layla is in the Discipline category, she does not have any skills with a cooldown of 4 or more turns, so individually she will not benefit from the cooldown reduction that Akambe and Leonide offer. Should you pull for Layla? Layla joins the character roster as a defender with impressive damage capabilities and high magic defense. Layla has the potential to be a strong counter against magic damage dealers, and we have not had a new defender release since Coco. However, if you are content with both the defenders and damage dealers you already have, regardless of class, Layla may not be worth prioritizing for you. This is my work in progress pocket guide for Layla. I believe her rank 3 is most important to invest to Castalia, but you don't have to decide on using a Castalia at rank 7 or rank 11 right away. Newborn Blade will more than likely be her best damaging weapon, but Senator Swift's sword is fine to use, as well as Guardian's Will if you can maintain high physical shield uptime. Hunter's Intuition can only be used with Cloud Slash. Otherwise, you can consider Crystal Burst Armor to increase your strikebacks, Fancy Hat to pair with Encounter Stance, or Shield of Justice. Because Layla can frequently perform out-of-turn damage, the destruction of the Tower Tarot is a viable option. You can also consider Magician or Devil, or even Judgment for additional debuff support. That concludes this video, and I want to take a moment to shout out and thank my supporters on YouTube. If you would like to further support me, consider become a YouTube member. At the rare tier, I offer loyalty badges, custom emojis, and member shoutouts in all future guide videos. At the epic tier, you receive all rare tier perks, as well as access to PDF copies of all my guide content. Thank you so much for your time and support, and I will see you in the next one.